Let's see. Moving on to the second page. Okay, yeah, so I'll answer that question. So there's two different ways that you can vote in person that day and have your vote counted. You can use your mail-in ballot that you brought with you, and you can take it out and do the envelope, go over to the poll pad, sign in, and then put your ballot into the box that they provide.
It's a public library.
What's that?
It's a public library.
This is a private meeting.
It's a public library.
Public
I don't
meeting.
care. I don't care. I'm just here to observe what you guys are talking. I am allowed to be here. I'm here though, but that's not a law. No, I don't. I sure don't. My fiance is a criminal defense attorney. I don't need that permission.
At other times. Nathan, could you please leave?
No.
We're doing a training.
No, you're not.
Laura, do we intend to do something about this?
You can't touch me. You can't use any legal thing against me. I'm allowed to be in here.
Yeah, somebody's called me.
Call the cops for what? I'm live right now on Facebook.
Great.
Everything you do and say.
Nothing wrong with what you're doing.
I'm allowed to be here. All I did was walk in and you guys stopped your own meeting and I didn't say anything. You're disturbing the meeting right now. I'm not planning on saying anything unless you talk to me. I'm just here to observe. Just like you guys do at the election. But I am though. Why aren't you taping it? You're an elections commissioner and you're here at a public building talking about elections.
I'm here as a private citizen.
Oh, okay. All right. Why don't you just keep talking? No, I don't have to. Nothing you can do to me at all.
5-minute recess, please.
All right, I'll still be here. Sure, then I'll just move.
Okay, I have nothing against you.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm just here to, I don't care. And then what? For what? Trespassing in a public library? That's not a thing. No, you guys stopped your meeting when I walked in. This is all on video. You guys could just keep talking. You guys just keep talking.
We're going to have a slight change in our agenda. So part of what we're
Look at
doing
this.
here is some-
Everybody's watching you guys right now.
So what we're going to do right now, we have 2 computer terminals set up in the back. We want to verify that you guys all have the correct location and that you're signed up correctly. And that way that'll give us some time to resolve the issue here with Nathan Pinckney, who is a known disruptor.
I literally walked into a room that's a public room.
That way we can go
And that's it.
ahead with our business. We have a few different items on the agenda as well as the training, so we'll just take a little break.
Get a real good
Go
shot of
over
that board.
socialize, and there's some candy in the back, and we'll make sure that everybody is assigned to their correct precinct. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I still want to know who you are. What is your point here? Is what,
Can you just
I'm
can you
just a
can
private citizen.
can you just acknowledge what just happened? All I did was walk into a room and you
Well-
guys stopped the whole meeting. I didn't say a word
You don't
until
have to.
people started talking
You
to
don't
me.
have to. Obviously,
I didn't
there's been
didn't
other-
disrupt the meeting. Just my presence does not constitute a disruption. That's not how it works.
But you still haven't answered my question.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, but yeah, I'm allowed to legally be in this room. Yeah, no, I just walked in and they stopped their whole meeting just because I walked in. I did not come in talking, or it's all been recorded. I didn't say a word when I walked in. I just walked in and they all stopped their whole meeting, and now they're saying I disrupted it for simply walking in.
not a public meeting. It's a private meeting.
In a public building.
Yes, in a public building.
But where does the law apply where now this part of a public building is...
The room was rented out.
Okay.
The law starts to apply.
But is that actual law or is it policy?
That is actually a policy. But
It's policy, not law, so you guys can't call the cops on
If I
me.
buy something, it's now mine, right? So
Right. It's not law. You just said, you already said on camera that it's not law, so I don't have to go
So
anywhere.
are you asking me
That's
to call
only
the
if you
cops right
really
now? Is
know.
that what you're asking, sir? So that can just
I'm pretty confident. My fiance's a criminal defense attorney, so I think I'm pretty good here.
You can show them your recording whenever they get.
Oh, people are watching it right now. It's live. So,
Sure. So I'm going to go to the cops.
no, call the cops, but I've done nothing wrong this whole thing.
Why are they mad?
But that's not a law.
Okay, gotcha. I'm not saying you're breaking the law, but
Exactly. So what do the cops have to do with it?
do my job.
If I'm not breaking a law, why are you calling the cops?
No one engaged.
All I want to do is sit here.
You have the right to walk in here and record this.
I sure do.
Because I don't want to be on your...
Oh well, you're in a public building. I don't care. Lady, whoever you are, I don't care.
You still haven't answered my question. Why do they dislike you so much? What?
Because I tell the truth about them, and they're afraid of the fact that I do that. They shut down the whole meeting just because I walked in recording. What does that tell you?
There's something you've done in the past.
Well, there's something I've done. I have zero criminal record, sir. I'm an honorably discharged veteran from the United States Air Force.
I am not mad at you or upset with you.
Acting the way you are.
Oh, thank you so much, lady. Go away.
I'm not mad at you or anything like that.
To go away.
No, you're just on Facebook Live right now, so why don't you just talk to the camera instead of me?
Okay, you want to tell me why they're mad at you?
Why'd you guys shut down the meeting just because I walked
I
in?
did not shut it down. I am just
Are you
here.
here because you think we're doing something wrong?
Of course I do. You guys keep attacking the elections office, and I think this is your planning to do that. No, listen. I did not come. Don't touch me. I did not come. I did not come to actually interact with any of you. I just came to observe.
That's doing our program and said she is not here for the past village. So that was the first thing she said. And she has...
Now you guys see the truth. Now you guys see what I've been trying to tell you for years.
You have not been attacked.
Of course not, and neither of you. I just walked into a room and you guys shut the meeting
You're
down.
not answering any of my questions.
I did answer your questions on video. I did.
No. I know. That,
Okay, what
I know there's
you're
a lot
asking?
of
Okay,
disagreements.
you're asking a bad faith question. What is the answer you want me to say? You asked me, why do these people not like you? So what is the answer you want me to provide?
I want to know what the difference is and what's going on because I have no clue who you are.
I literally, again, walked into a room silently.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I
you
did. Yes,
that.
I did.
But the difference is, why is there such a turmoil with this group of people?
Because they're all triggered and they hate me, and I have no idea. Like, they all hate me way more than they should.
Okay, when somebody says, and I don't know why, that's not true. You do know why.
Yeah, but you're trying to get me to
But
admit
I
to
don't
something
know.
here.
But no.
Yes, I understand bad faith arguments very well, sir. You're not going to get me on this. Yes, it is.
There has to be two sides to everything. And I'm not on their side, and I don't know.
And
who
all
you
I
are.
did was walk into a room and say nothing, and it caused a disruption. How is that
Because
on
it's
me?
Something that has happened in the past.
What's the thing that you're wanting me to admit
I
to?
don't know what has happened in the
Right,
past.
so why do you assume there's a thing?
There has to be, or she and the other people wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe all the
get
times you've
triggered.
seen my face on the news might be part of it.
Well, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm a pretty famous person. I get millions of views on the internet, so maybe that's why you know who I am.
Not in the internet.
Look, all I did was walk into a room and just say nothing. So this is no reason to be arrested or
There's always a reason. There's
no.
two sides to every story. There's always is.
Whatever. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I don't understand why you're talking to me right now. Like, I just walked into a room quietly, recording, and you all freaked
Trying to
out.
get information from you.
You guys all
No,
freaked out.
I did not, because I have no clue.
You guys all shut the meeting down, and this
I
lady's
did not
recording
shut
me
it
as
down.
if she's got some sort of audience, which she doesn't.
I have nothing
Her
to do
video is gonna go
with
nowhere.
running this meeting, and I am.
I just want to notify you that the cops are involved
For what reason?
because you're evading policy. And you're
Invading policy. Cops are for upholding laws. You know how I know this? I was a military police officer. So you called the cops on me, knowing and telling me yourself that I didn't break any laws. So what are the cops supposed to do? So now you're going to waste the cops' time because of policy?
wasting everyone's time,
No, they stopped the meeting, and all I did was walk in.
which is wasting their time.
No, they chose to stop their meeting because they don't want anyone else to see what's going on outside of this room.
Like you want to argue with everyone.
Look, I don't have a problem with you, but you're trying to do your job. But if you hadn't talked to me, we wouldn't be having an issue right now. You could just go away and that'd be fine because you're just a mall cop and I don't care. Look at the chaos. He said himself, I didn't break any laws.
The delay, so we're changing our schedule. Everybody's doing back there is signing up is what we want. I just want you guys to know, that everything's going well. We had somebody who wanted to interrupt, and that's his purpose.
I didn't interrupt. I literally walked in.
So we're just.
I walked into a public building quietly.
Engage anybody that's got another opinion, and we'll continue doing the signups that you're doing back there. Get the closers going. Talk amongst yourselves, and we'll make plans on how to celebrate victory. So, but that's it. Kind of gives you a reminder why we're all doing this. Is that we don't want to let others win, and that's what they're trying to do. So, thank you for your time, and we're glad you're all here. Sorry for the interruption. And these clocks haven't been set yet. So
They interrupted it themselves.
We'll resume shortly.
So apparently the security guard over there who said I didn't break any laws called the cops. What can the cops do? I mean, I'll listen to the cops, but I haven't broken any laws. I have not broken any laws. They clearly have something to hide in here. They clearly don't want anyone else knowing what they're talking about. I mean, look at this lady. She's seething. Look at this lady. Yeah, there you go. All right.
I wanted to announce that there are t-shirts for sale in the back as well as Trump flags. If anybody wants a t-shirt, it's $10. A Trump flag is $10. Sale price.
What's the name of your website?
I don't have a website. I have social media. My name's Nathan Blaze.
Nathan Blaze.
B-L-A-Z-E.
That way I can look you up. I don't have no clue who you are.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't get on social media much.
Well, clearly they all do.
For some people.
I mean, imagine getting so upset because one person walked into a room quietly.
There's a history. And that
Right.
history proves what happened here.
It doesn't
And
prove that I
history
did anything
proves-
wrong, though, to
It does
them.
not. I agree with that. I have no clue about that. All I know is there's a history of you being around.
Right.
I don't know if you said something that disagrees.
This is all over politics. These people know me from speaking out about socio-political issues that they disagree with. And these are the same group of people that have been relentlessly attacking our elections office and our election staff. They have been. They've been plotting. Laura Hobbs back there, Patty Plum, They know Tina Peters directly. Do you know who Tina Peters is? Have you ever heard of the Mesa pattern of fraud?
Nope.
From Mesa County, Colorado? She was the county clerk of Mesa County, Colorado. Do you know why our local board majority got rid of our Dominion voting machines?
Let's see, the 7th and 8th graders hacked those Dominion voting machines.
That is not what the chair of the board. I'm explaining to you facts right now. I'm not arguing semantics or our ideologies. I'm telling you what Patrick Jones, Kevin Cry, and Chris Kellstrom, who are the ones who voted out our election systems, they quoted the Mesa pattern of fraud is the reason for getting rid of our electronic voting systems. And they tried to go to a hand count system. The state of California stepped in and passed AB 969, which barred hand count in a county of over 1,000 registered voters. And then so, and so the reason that, and so the Mesa pattern of fraud was their reason for getting rid of our Dominion contract, which cost the county like $1 million. Right. Based off the Mesa pattern of fraud that came from the woman who was just sentenced to 9 years in prison for election interference. That is what this whole meeting is happening for. No, I'm telling you. No,
I understand what you're saying.
I am not. Does it seem like I could just lie like that? I am quoting facts right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm not making stuff up. This whole meeting is happening right now because Tina Peters made people in our county, listen to me, believe the Mesa pattern of fraud to the point where they got rid of our Dominion voting machines. And they are still relentlessly doing this ideology, even though our same elections office are the same people who counted all the ballots that got these same people elected. They weren't cheated out of their elections.
I still don't think Dominion they can be hacked.
I mean, you can think that all you want, but I'm actually a coder. I'm a coder, and I understand programming. And our Dominion, but listen, our Dominion voting machines don't have internet access. This was confirmed by the Deputy Secretary of State of California. Yes, and why would she just lie like that and put her whole career on the line? They don't have internet access. So to be able to hack something remotely, you absolutely have to have internet.
No.
Yes, you do. You cannot pull off a complicated enough hack through something like Bluetooth or infrared. That does not work. The technology does not work for that. Hacking is programming. It requires a complicated algorithm that you have to control to be able to do it. And our Dominion machines did not have internet access.
They have better sophisticated electronics like you're holding.
They don't, though.
Smaller.
They don't though. That's what I'm saying. You've been told that they have by people like the people leading this meeting. But you clearly do, because you already told me that you think that they have somehow. How do you have any way to believe that other than what somebody told you? I actually understand how programming works and how the internet works because I'm a millennial and I built my first computer when I was 13 years old. I understand how this technology works.
Okay. I would have to think that I would trust people like Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, you know what, this meeting, are you, but why are you from Shasta County?
Yeah.
So am I. I lived here my whole life. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. I grew up in Fall River Mills, Bernie, Round Mountain, Big Bend. I sold pigs in 4-H at the Intermountain Fair. I'm from here. I'm not from like the Bay Area. Why would people like us from our California county give a crap what Elon Musk says? We shouldn't, because we have our own community here. We shouldn't be caring what someone like Elon Musk says. Yeah, but Elon Musk isn't the world. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He has nothing in common with you or I. Neither does Donald Trump, honestly. You and I have way more in common than you do with Elon Musk or Donald Trump. That's a fact. You and I could probably get along and go have a beer.
Those elites, they're in a whole different world.
And so why is this group of people surrounding themselves, putting them all in a group to try to talk about things that like Elon Musk is saying? Why is that happening in Shasta County? Could it be because of
what I'm here for is to get instructions on how to do the poll watching. That's what this
So this meeting is instructions on how to do poll watching?
Yeah.
All right.
As poll watchers, we have to know what we're doing.
Right.
You know, same as the poll people have to know what they're doing.
And do you understand that a lot of the people that are here training you how to be poll watchers have been literally attacking the election workers? I'm not saying you would do that or have done that, But I'm telling you, I have witnessed personally with my own eyeballs in the last 2 elections, Laura Hobbs and several of the other people in this room harassing constantly our election staff who have done nothing wrong, who literally only want the election to work. This whole thing is election interference, and that's why I'm here.
Every state does this.
No, they don't. I mean, yes, but poll workers is a guy's term for the real term, which is poll disruptors, which is what these. It's been on the news, sir. It's been on the news. If you already wrote my name down.
I don't care a lot about the news.
You've already wrote my name down. I've posted video that I've taken myself of people in this room relentlessly harassing our poll workers. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've recorded it. Why do you think I had enough confidence to walk in here?
My job is, according to this guideline.
That's not a guideline. That your job is to be an American and be a patriot and vote. Your job is to vote and choose the candidate that you actually believe that you believe best represents you. You understand, right, that after Trump lost his election, he sent like 60 cases to court. Several every single case got thrown out. Many of these judges were judges that he himself appointed.
I remember all that.
Right. So why do people still think there's mass election fraud when every of those cases?
What's going on from Pennsylvania, from Nevada?
Yeah, but what is the proof? The proof they had was the Mesa pattern of fraud. There's a small amount of voter fraud in every election.
Yes.
There's a difference between that and mass voter fraud. And when you look at it, look at the local story recently of the guy that's on national news now, the guy that was the property manager of the apartments on Bocelli. He got in trouble and he's being investigated now by the district attorney for using his previous tenants' ballots that got mailed to their addresses. He wrote this himself. He put it on Reddit and said, but he put all those in for Trump.
Oh, wow. Isn't that something? What Facebook are you on so my husband can turn it on and watch it?
It's my personal profile, Nathaniel Pinkney on Facebook. Pinkney, like the color pink and a knee.
Pinckney.
Yes.
Okay. Both sides have been crooked forever.
The both sides argument doesn't work, though, sir. I understand there are things that both sides do. Both sides do things that are kind of crappy. You know, for example, both sides say mean things to each other. They make fun of each other. They put out rhetoric that is like not pleasant. But both sides aren't trying to actually interrupt and screw with our elections.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. For example, where are all the local Democrats showing up trying to find fraud in the election, trying to go out and ask all the poll workers every question over and over and over again like Laura Hobbs does? It's not both sides, sir. It's not both sides doing the same thing.
And just because you're not showing it, it's still here. But it's all over the country and it's all over the world.
But how do you know that? How do you know that other than what people have told you? Or what someone like you've seen all the election fraud with your own eyes? Or did Alex Jones tell you? Or did Tucker Carlson tell you? Or did Laura Hobbs tell you?
I actually don't listen to any of them, so I'm sorry. My news comes from good main news media.
Like Fox?
Somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Do you watch Fox News?
I watch CNN.
I don't watch Fox News or CNN because they're both full of crap.
And somewhere in the middle is basically where you need to be.
And that'd be great. But what I'm telling you is many people in this room that are telling you how to go be a poll worker, just hear me out, please, sir. Many people in this room that are telling you how to go be a poll worker have been extreme in their positions. For example, Patty Plum is on the Elections Commission. So is Ronnie and Lund over there. Bev Gray is a former elections commissioner.
You know what they said in the beginning of this? Do not interrupt or disturb them.
But they do. They still do. Laura Hobbs did it literally yesterday.
Our job is not to do that.
But that's what they're doing, and the people telling you not to do that are still doing it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that they're lying to you and they're using you, sir. Yes, they are.
Now You got that totally wrong.
I don't. I really don't.
Both sides do shit.
Both sides definitely do shit, but both sides aren't trying to dismantle the elections. That's not what's happening.
No, the problem we have is
Trump lost, and he told everybody that the election was stolen, and that's the problem we have. And everybody wanted to believe that, and they willfully, through their willful ignorance, chose to find every possible avenue to believe that.
you can't take ballots after election day for a week or 10 days, and that's what they're doing.
But mail-in ballots, that's how it works. There's no way to do it all in one day.
No. That's
No,
not what they're
there
saying.
is not any way to do it all just one day counting. And you know how long it
Ballots
takes?
come in. They are postmarked by the post office or at the election board when they come in.
What is wrong with mail-in ballots, though?
Mail-in ballots come in after 10 days or 10 days after an election.
So what do you think that those ballots are fraudulent? Like somewhere, some people are just filling out. Where would they have gotten those ballots? But where would they have gotten all these extra ballots to fill out? Where would they have come from?
That's how they do it.
No one's out printing legitimate ballots. They have very
You
specialized.
just tell me about the guy over here in Enterprise, the apartment owner, manager, whatever he is. He took those people's ballots.
Right, but he had access. That's a unique case.
No, it isn't.
So unless people are going out and robbing everybody's mailboxes, which isn't happening, because if that were happening, it'd be being reported.
It is being recorded.
So where are
That's
all
why
of
I
these
have a
magic
mailbox.
magic
My
fake?
mail got stolen.
Explain where all of these, like you're talking about ma'am, I don't care.
I'm having fun with it. Okay.
We're having a good discussion, you know. You're angry, whatever.
What he's thinking. I'm learning how he's thinking. Yeah, I'm learning it. I like people, and I don't care if he's liberal or.
I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, honorary discharge. So how liberal does that make me? It means something.
I worked in military base all around western states.
Well, then that means something too.
And I learned that all the people in the base were great.
Can I go back to where you think that what would be thousands, tens of thousands of fake ballots are coming from? Can you answer that?
Yes, because it was broadcast on the news that all those ballots that came in after the end of the election with the date, the day that you go and your vote.
Right.
Okay? So many of them were, there was a lot of them that were for Biden, and a few for Trump. And that's really hard when it's a vast area. Okay? And there's going to be a lot more than that.
So your argument is that those ballots weren't legitimate ballots.
I believe they didn't check the signatures.
So then ask
Don't check the signatures, and a lot of ballots
but
come in
but
from
then
commercial buildings.
where did those ballots come from? Where were they printed? Who printed them? Who distributed them? Who collected them? Who are these people? Because if that's actually happening, those are the people that you should be finding, right? And not attacking the elections workers.
They just found out in Pennsylvania with that 2,500 that came from Nevada, which is an oddball.
But where were these ballots printed? Who printed them?
The question, they did not have the correct signatures on a lot of them.
Ballots don't come out of thin air.
No, they're printed by dead people. And
Dead people
legal-
aren't. See, you're getting your bad faith arguments mixed up. It's let me fix your argument, sir. I'm going to help you right now. The argument is supposed to be dead people are voting, not printing ballots. But let me just debunk both of those real quick.
They do.
People
Maybe
aren't
not
just.
a
They don't
lot,
have
but
the
there are
printing
some.
equipment and the type of paper and the type of ink to print thousands and thousands and thousands of fake ballots. No, you're missing the fundamental point of your argument, sir.
No, they're trying to delete all these dead people off the voting rolls because those are still going out.
Right.
Those ballots are still
But a
going
dead
out.
person
And then they
can't
come
physically
back,
vote.
somebody else voted. And those people don't even live in the state.
And
so
look
they're
at
dead.
the cases that almost every single case of the people filling out someone else's ballot have almost all been people voting for Trump across the U.S.
That's not true.
It is absolutely true.
not true.
It is absolutely true. You just don't want to believe it.
No. If that was true,
It is true.
The main news media would have already put that out.
They have.
I
Except the media that is fed to you through algorithms, you don't see the actual main media. You're fed algorithmical news.
I believe that.
Yeah.
In a lot of it. Yeah.
Well, these cops are sure taking a while to get here.
It's just like that. You can't trust 90% of the news because of AI now and all the crap that comes off the phone. Okay, so you got to be careful about that. And it's just gotten worse. So who do you believe? I believe my ears, my eyes.
I believe the research that I make that comes from good sources, legitimate, verified sources. For example, Fox News, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, these are not good sources. Neither is CNN. Neither are a lot of these people that just talk and talk and talk. Real articles, like instead of believing what someone on the news tells you about like one of Trump's court cases, go read the court documents yourself. That's taking the middleman out of news to tell you what you should think. And that's what I do, is I go read the actual documents, the reports, like the medical records, things like that. That's actually doing your own research, not just hearing something that you want to believe and say, oh, I want to believe that, so I'm going to believe that it's true. And that's what I think a lot of people do.
Well, both sides do that because
In a way, I think one side does it quite a bit more, though.
But I typically will read a full article, I'll pick names out of it, then I go to Google. And then I have found Google wants to put the stuff you really want to know about down here so you don't find out what's going on. Google, and then look at all these.
Yeah, but then what are you thinking? Do you know how that got to you? Got to you here in Shasta County? That mindset that Google is evil because Trump said it.
Oh no.
Yes.
It's because I have looked for it and I got to keep going down way before Trump. Okay, about other stuff.
But it's like a base argument now. A bunch of people don't believe Google is not corrupt for some reason. They have all these problems in elections now because Trump says things and then they trickle down to little counties like ours.
What about Twitter? It was corrupt.
And it's more corrupt now.
No, I don't believe so.
It is. I've seen. See, here's the things. This is what I mean. Do your information. A former Twitter employee who was a programmer for Twitter released the whitelisted words that are allowed to be said on what is now called X. The worst words you can think of. Words that I don't think you would even ever say. Racial slurs, Nazi terminology. This is in the code of the website that someone who had access to the code leaked to the internet with proof. Twitter is now way more corrupt than it ever has been because Elon Musk is doing everything he can to get MAGA on his side so he can still be the richest man in the world.
The federal government was paying Twitter to censor conservatives and kick them off their sites. And then we find all these theories, all these conspiracy theories, so many of them are true, like Hunter's laptop. Okay?
Maybe there's a difference between... I think, do you not think it's okay to get rid of misinformation and disinformation? Let me ask you a base question. Do you think it's okay to just lie when you know you're lying and say a lie to the people? So then why are you at this meeting? Because that's what they're doing.
I just told you why I'm here.
Every person on that microphone is up here lying.
I care less about most of these people. It's what I would like to do as a civic duty. And if that isn't good enough, then you're thinking wrong. Because I want to know what's going on, how they're doing it. I want to...
They let you go in and look. And explain to me why why has half the election staff now quit? 9 people quit the elections office.
Oh, I think there's a lot of reasons.
Maybe it has something to do with the people leading this meeting, like Laura Hobbs over there, continuously going and harassing them. Say you're at a job, sir. Say you work anywhere. Let's say I know what you do. Say you work at like Sierra Pacific or something. You're on the line, you're at work, and then you have somebody with a clipboard who doesn't work for the company, who isn't a boss, who has nothing to do with the company, but they believe that the job you're doing, even though you know you're doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, is correct. They believe because someone else told them the thing you're doing is wrong. So they follow you around. They constantly ask you questions. They constantly ask you the same questions. It's like
this right here because I like people.
Right.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to do your job.
Well, if I couldn't do my job,
because you'd be distracted and disrupted the whole time. And that's what this whole group of people is doing to our election staff.
I'm going to say, I can't do my job because he's giving me a bad time. Will you please ask him to leave? And of course it would be be a public, it wouldn't be a public place because it's a job site.
Mhm.
So you'd be trespassed or asked to leave, which is normal. Ask the public.
But it's a public. So here's the thing though, they can't be asked to leave. You know why they can't be asked to leave from the elections office? Because it's a public building, just like the building I'm in right now that they called the cops on me for being in.
Well,
See that? See how election observers get to
now
go?
you're telling
Yeah,
me-
but it's not. You don't have an
You're the
argument for that.
You're the disruptor.
But I didn't disrupt, and you know that. I walked in quietly.
Presence is a disruption.
But no, my presence, that's not a thing. That is
Now
not
I
a
know
thing.
why.
And if my presence is a disruption,
Now I know why.
I'm going to categorize that as fucking racist.
I'm going to look you up.
If my presence is a disruption, that is absolutely discrimination. Because I'm just a human being and I have no criminal record and I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. So my
That
presence,
has nothing
my
to do
presence should not be a reason to justify disrupting your own meeting. I'm here for the same reason that you people are literally planning on going to the elections office to observe in a public building and the cops are getting called on me. Does that seem at all fair or extremely hypocritical?
I couldn't tell you
Because I'm
to
right.
me,
That's
this
why.
is not a public meeting.
That's why. It is a
Private.
public meeting. It's in a public building.
Well, that it is.
Just like their private offices in the public building that these election observers
Well, do you
keep
think-
barging into in the elections office.
Do you think these schools that have their meetings, their public meetings at the school board, do you think those people being removed from the school because they disagree with people?
I don't think people should be calling the
done
cops
that.
on election observers
They've
or
done that.
people that attend a public library. That's what I think.
So you're not going to answer that question?
I just did.
No, because I said the schools.
I'm not talking about schools.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the
you
schools.
diverted the
I'm
subject.
trying to understand you.
You pivoted.
More than-
You
yes, I did.
you pivoted because you didn't have an argument to my actual argument that I was making. So you pivoted to something else. I'm not talking about
See, I
schools.
don't know a lot.
I'm not here to talk about schools. I wasn't here to talk about anything. I was just here to observe, just like election observers. And look how everybody freaked out.
Well,
Do you
this-
see my point that I made with this
you
whole
see
thing
the
now?
Point that when there's an action, there's a reaction.
All right, I think
And
that's
it's
it.
both sides.
I think that's it. I think I got just about everything I needed for this.
Well, good.
And I don't know if the cops are even going to come. Wow. Enjoy the internet, everybody.
Thank you for freezing me, so have a good day.
Yeah, I left on my own and I didn't break any laws. Am I good to go? I didn't break any laws. Thank you. Exactly. Wasting the cops' time because I did the exact thing that they're having a meeting about doing. All right. Let's go internet.